Hey guys, it is another installment of Lou Taught You. So, with yesterday just being daylight savings time, it is the fall, winter's around the corner, it is getting darker earlier. Me and my bright ass shirt are going to try to bring some joy into your life with some tips and tricks on how to just be above the water and avoid any seasonal depression and winter blues. So, in case you didn't know, there is a clinical term called seasonal affective disorder. So, it's a depression that usually hits between like early fall and lasting until like early spring, where you're feeling a little sluggish, maybe a change in appetite, you don't have motivation to do things, and it usually happens during those darker months. So, I would suggest if you are having those clinical symptoms that you should seek a professional. But I just want to talk about certain things we can do if it hasn't hopefully gotten that far to avoid getting to that dark place if we can. Okay, let's discuss. So I know for me personally, as someone who works nights, that when I wake up, it's already dark. And it's not until I come out of work and I see the light and I'm about to go to sleep. So for me, I know I have to be proactive about not finding myself in a slump. And there are certain things that I think we all can do, because sometimes it's just, a passing thing, but you want to be cognizant of those kind of triggers that affect you, especially with all the craziness that's going on in the world. It's easy to find yourself in those certain situations. First, it's about identifying the issue or the problem. So if you do find yourself just not having that kind of energy as you used to have, or not really being motivated and not wanting to do anything and just feeling like, let me just sleep the day away, there's nothing to do, or those kind of things, those are things that you might want to pay attention to be like, okay, I need to do something about this, because what can last 1 or 2 days can last the entire season, and we don't want that. Honestly, for me, I love the water. One of my number one places when I want to reset, when I want to get my mind right and my energy right, I go to the beach. I don't care if it's the wintertime, bundle up with my scarf, all of that. Even if I'm just by the boardwalk, it really gets me in the right place. And I mean, obviously not everyone has access to a beach, not everyone's trying to be there. When it's cold out, they have an app for that. There's an app for everything, whether it's Calm, whether it's just typing into whatever you use for your streaming services, like water sounds or ocean waves. It is amazing. I know she might not poke out her head as often as we would like, but go out into the sun, taking those natural rays with some good SPF, please. Like, let's protect the skin that we got going on. But it's literally a natural thing. Like when you wake up and you see the sun, and it's just like energy, the day has started. Like, it's free. The sun, at least for now, is free. So take it in, enjoy it. It's one of those natural things that'll just give you that vitamin D that we all need. So just go out in the sun, take a walk. Like, that's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It'll be good for you. Trust me. You will appreciate it. You will love it. And it's just so simple that sometimes we forget those little things. Like, yes, it might be cold. Bundle up, but take in some sun. One of the things that we can do in the house is meditating, setting your intentions, whether that's in the morning when you first wake up. I know it sounds corny and it sounds cheesy, but really, like, before you wake up and grab your phone to see what's going on Instagram or who messaged you what, just deep breathing, setting your goals for the day or how you want your day to go, because really everything starts in the mind. You know what I mean? So when you already set that tone, even if the day is going bad, you kind of can bring it around and reset, because it's like, I said it's going to be a good day. Nothing is going to get me down. And you can only do what's in your power to control. There can be a whole lot of craziness going around you, but you control how you react to it. So one of my absolute favorite things that I have when I am home is my weighted blanket. It just feels like a wonderful hug. It definitely helps boost moods, and you can get them pretty much anywhere. Target, Walmart, Macy's, whoever, they got it. Um, so I would look into that, and it's a great stocking stuffer. So even if it's not for yourself, think about it for someone else who might need it. We cannot ignore, our senses, like senses of smell. So whether it's a lovely candle, whether it's oils you have in a diffuser, even if it's just, after you take a shower and you rubbing yourself down in some good scents, and oils, or, whatever your favorite lotion or body butter cream is, that will make you feel better. Like, honestly, just the act of taking a shower, like, sometimes when we're really down and out, you might not realize, like, wait, did I take a shower today? As crazy and as simple as it seems, those little things help boost your mood. You know what I mean? And if you're in your shower, you can have a eucalyptus plant, and they are wonderful because the steam helps release their oils, and that, creates an atmosphere of calmness and tranquility. And we could all use some calm and tranquility in these days. So just those little things, like, they don't have to cost much. You can get, go on clearance, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all those places. They have some good, candles. Bath and Body Works, like, look out for their sales to see, when you can get your little 1 wick or your 3 wick, whichever makes you happy, and what scents work for you. 99-cent stores have them. Michael's, I've seen have them for like $5. Like, it's little things like that you can do to just change little things to make your atmosphere better. And in connection with that, music. Playing music, something that you love, it gets your mood going. I personally love, some soca when I am riding into work. Anything that will just put your spirit in a good mood is always a good situation. I know it might not be the funnest thing for everybody, but honestly, exercise. Exercise helps so much in boosting your mood and your energy. They say it's best to do it during, early in the morning or during the day, but get it in when you can. You know what I mean? Whether it's something as light as walking, a jog, anything, any physical activity, dancing, get that energy, put on your favorite tunes, like, get that going. A lot of what affects your mood can be things like intake, and one of the most important things that we do as far as intake is what we eat, like your food. So you definitely want things high in vitamins, like vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin B12. You want to increase your berry intake. Real chocolate, like dark chocolate, is good for your mood. Like, obviously, if we all could just kind of like drink our problems away with some wine, that would be great and lovely. But you want to do things that add fuel to your body and add energy. So think about the things that you're taking in, not just like the visuals, but what you're physically taking in as well. And then speaking on the things that we take in, it's not just what we eat and drink, it's also what we allow into our lives, whether it's, things on social media or in the news. And there's always a plethora of bad news to go around. So limiting some of that, if you're like someone who can be an empath like me, like, it can stick with you and it does nothing for you. I don't want to be losing sleep over craziness all the time, because you can easily get sucked into that rabbit hole. So knowing when you have to kind of detach yourself, like a healthy detachment from a situation, so you can exist in a better space, I think is super key, because it's what you let in and what you keep out. Having those healthy boundaries, because only you know best. If you can deal with everyone's drama and the world's drama and everything that's going on, that you might not even necessarily be able to do anything about. And sometimes that helplessness is what makes it worse. So if you can, do something and be proactive about it and enact change, then those things feel good. But when you can't, honey, sometimes you just have to let that go and do what's best for you without any guilt. Something that's a little bit more passive, that we kind of all do anyway, television, like good television, a lot of times like a good movie, like make it a thing. There's a reason why, go to a classic. We know what to expect. We know what the outcome's going to be. We already know what kind of mood it's going to put us in. So your favorite movie, your favorite comedy, throw that on. Like, get into it. Like, remember why you enjoyed it in the first place. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of couch surfing to just kind of decompress. Even sometimes, like for me, reality TV, it's mindless TV because I don't have to think about anything. It's just like I am entertained. Good enough for me. Like, we spend so much time of the day being stressed and thinking about things that actually matter. I don't see any harm in watching something that really doesn't matter at all. So consider it if you like. And it's all really just continuing your self-care, right? So just how we talked about last week with Alicia, it's doing those things that benefit you. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be a full vessel and full to pour into other people. So you want to make sure that you are doing the things that work for you, that benefit you in a healthy coping mechanism, because there's many ways to deal with things that aren't necessarily the best for us and put us in a worse situation. So you want to make sure you're doing what you need to do so you can be your best you. And when summer come back round, you're a whole person and you're not starting from zero. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Blue Taught You. Hopefully you can get some nuggets and, some tips that'll help you get through this winter season unscathed. And, we're just trying to bring some happiness and light. So just check out any episodes of Diary of a Professional. That'll help you get right through it. But I wish you all the best. And if you have any extra tips or anything that you'd like to share that has worked for you, you let me know. See you guys next time.